So now what we're going to do is we're going to use this caulk on here to caulk both the sides, the top, and like the bottom here. And I'm using a caulk called Big Stretch. It says that it won't crack, it just stretches. And I've used this for like a few years now. But you always want to use at least 2 coats of this to caulk. One is never going to be enough because this does shrink too. This is more expensive than your caulks that you can find at your local hardware store, but it's definitely worth the extra money because it'll just stretch. It won't crack. So I have the tip here cut to a 45-degree angle here. So we're going to start on this side here. I'm going to press in just lightly. You don't want to put too much. Okay, so that's going to take care of that. Now there's some there, so I'm going to squeeze that in there, come back, and then come down to the bottom. Now before I caulk, I want to eyeball the crown to see where the gaps are. There's a big one here, there's one up here. In the middle of the wall here, it's like flat up against this. There's not too much of a gap. And there's a gap here and there and up there. So knowing that, I'm going to adjust the pressure with my fingers. So I'm going to press more right in the beginning, and then as it gets to here, I'm going to release it as to not to let that much caulk out here. So we're going to go to the top here, and I'm going to press hard here, and now I'm going to release the pressure here in the middle, and now I'm going to press more hard there. Okay, so that brings it to the corner there. Now I'm going to take my finger here and do one swipe down. So as you can see where the caulk goes on the top of the crown there. So that's going to take care of that one there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to caulk this one here. And again, there's a big gap here. So let's go a little bit faster. Stop it. Turn the thing around. Come into the corner here and move forward. Now with my index finger, I'm going to take it, put it to the corner, and do a swipe down. Now there's a little bit that got onto the wall right here, so I'm going to take that away there, and I'm just going to come back into it there. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with that there. So now in the corner here, we're just going to like that, and go upside down there, and upside down there. Okay, now here, when I press down there, it causes the caulk to go in this direction and in this direction on this right angle there. So you have to put your fingers in there, so it's like that, and that's that. Now I'm just going to pull this across here. I didn't get enough for the corner there, so I'm going to add a little bit more there. And now here. Okay, so there was a large gap down here. So so that's what the caulking is going to look like. And again, you're going to want it. This is just the first coat. This will shrink, and when it shrinks, it gets sucked in and it gets pulled back in. And then you want to do a second coat, and that second coat will ensure a smooth surface from the wall to the crown molding. And then on that smooth surface is where I'm going to make my cut line. So you definitely want to do at least 2 coats on all these areas, and some of the gaps they will need 3 or 4 coats of caulk. So so we're just going to let this dry out for a few hours, and then we'll be back to put the second coat on the nail holes and to re-caulk it.